Hello everyone, welcome to the Blues Talk Daily.
Chelsea close in on Liam Delap signing as Ipswich striker chooses Blues move. Chelsea are looking increasingly likely to sign Liam Delap in the summer transfer window, sources have told Football London. The 22-year-old striker impressed for Ipswich Town in the Premier League, scoring 12 goals in 37 appearances. However, with the Tractor Boys being relegated back to the Championship, they were always going to find it difficult to keep hold of Delap. Chelsea are one of the multiple clubs from England and abroad with a keen interest in the England under-21 international. Now though, Delap has given Chelsea the green light as he prefers a move to Stamford Bridge, Football.London understands. Delap has a £30 million release clause in his contract at Portman Road, and should Chelsea activate it, as expected, personal terms are the only thing standing in the way of the striker become a Blue. Chelsea view £30 million for someone of Delap's talent and potential as a bargain and a no-brainer. Personal terms are not expected to be an issue, though, with Delap indicating to Chelsea that he wishes to reunite with Enzo Maresca. Maresca worked with Delap during their time together at Manchester City's academy, with the likes of Cole Palmer and Romeo Lavia also there. Joe Shields, Chelsea's co-director or recruitment and talent, also worked at City at the time and is understood to be a big admirer of Delap. In terms of numbers, he's doing fantastic, Maresca said last month. It's not just in terms of his numbers, the way he plays and fights and is always there. But he's an Ipswich player. He's an enemy on Sunday because we need to beat them. And then after the game, I wish him all the best for the future. He's already very good. I know Liam from 5-6 years ago. He can be a top player. It all depends on him. Liam Delap set to join Chelsea in £30 million move from Ipswich Town. In a bold and strategic move, Chelsea are on the verge of securing the signature of Liam Delap from Ipswich Town in a deal worth around £30 million. The 22-year-old striker has been one of the few bright sparks in an otherwise difficult season for Ipswich, scoring 12 goals in 37 Premier League appearances. Despite the club's relegation, Delap's performances didn't go unnoticed, and now he's set for a major step forward in his career. Delap's move to Stamford Bridge comes as part of Chelsea's ongoing rebuild under new manager Enzo Maresca, who previously worked with Delap during their time at Manchester City's U21 side. That prior relationship is believed to have played a significant role in the striker's decision to choose Chelsea over other interested clubs, including Manchester United, Newcastle, and Everton. Sources close to the deal confirm that Chelsea triggered Delap's £30 million release clause, swiftly moving ahead of the competition. With Champions League football on offer, a familiar manager at the helm, and the opportunity to reunite with former City Academy teammates Cole Palmer and Romeo Lavia, Delap was reportedly convinced Chelsea was the right destination to continue his development. Delap is expected to challenge Nicholas Jackson for a starting role in attack, bringing a blend of physicality, sharp finishing, and high-pressing energy to Maresca's tactical system. The deal is expected to be finalized within the coming days, with Delap set to be announced officially before Chelsea embark on their Club World Cup campaign in the United States this summer. The signing reflects Chelsea's ambition to invest in young Premier League proven talent who can grow within their system. Delap's journey from Manchester City to Stoke and Ipswich, and now to the West London Giants, is a testament to his resilience and growth as a striker. While the official announcement is pending, all indications suggest Chelsea fans won't have to wait long before welcoming their newest Blue, a hungry, talented forward ready to rise under Maresca's guidance. Chelsea are keen to add competition and support for Nicholas Jackson, who has been relied on heavily this season. Marc Guiu has been the backup option for Maresca in the number 9 role, but the young Spaniard could be loaned elsewhere should Delap arrive through the door. When the summer transfer window opened, Chelsea found themselves at a familiar crossroads. Once again, the club was being linked with a big money move for a high-profile striker, and this time, the spotlight was on Napoli's Victor Osimhen. With a release clause north of £100 million and a goal record that rivaled Europe's best, Osimhen looked like the ideal solution to Chelsea's long-standing number 9 problem. Fans remembered the struggles from seasons past. Romelu Lukaku's return had ended in disappointment. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was a fleeting experiment. Even Nicholas Jackson, despite his energy and promise, hadn't convinced all doubters. The hunger for a ready-made elite striker was growing louder by the day. But then came a decision that surprised many. Chelsea backed out. They chose not to pursue Osimhen aggressively. Instead, they turned inward, toward their own squad and a new tactical vision brought in by Enzo Maresca. Fresh from leading Leicester City to the championship title in his first season, Maresca was not the headline name some supporters had envisioned, but he arrived with a clear philosophy and a demand for control, structure, and technical excellence. Maresca wasn't looking for a classic target man. He was building a team where every player, including the striker, had to be as much a thinker as a finisher. The club decided not to throw down over £100 million on Osimhen. It was a risk, no doubt. But it quickly began to pay off. By the end of September, Chelsea were looking like a different side. Gone was the frantic, error-prone football of the past 2 seasons. In its place was a composed, possession-oriented style that bore the clear influence of Pep Guardiola, Maresca's mentor during his time at Manchester City. Chelsea played in patterns with inverted full-backs tucking into midfield, wingers drifting inside, and a double pivot that shielded the defense while controlling the rhythm. Nicholas Jackson, once criticized for his inconsistency, began to flourish. Under Maresca, he wasn't tasked with bulldozing through defenses or carrying the team's attacking burden alone. Instead, he became a mobile, intelligent forward who pressed with precision, linked up fluidly with midfielders, and created space for runners like Cole Palmer and Christopher Nkunku to exploit. Jackson's goals came, not in torrents but in crucial moments, and perhaps more importantly, Chelsea's attack no longer depended on just one man. Palmer emerged as a major threat from the right. Mykhailo Mudryk's pace and directness found new purpose, and Conor Gallagher's late runs into the box brought an added dimension. The goals were shared. The team played like a unit. Meanwhile, the Osimhen situation took a different turn. Injuries disrupted his season at Napoli. The Italian club struggled with inconsistency, and without Luciano Spalletti's system to elevate him, Osimhen found it harder to impose himself. He was still dangerous, still explosive, but he was no longer the irresistible force of the previous campaign. In a Chelsea team requiring patience, positional discipline, and constant rotation, his fit now looked less obvious. What was once considered a transfer mistake began to look like foresight. The revealing difference, as some insiders called it, was clear. Chelsea didn't need a superstar striker, they needed balance, buy-in, and tactical identity. Maresca had begun to provide all three. The decision not to sign Osimhen was also symbolic. It marked a shift in Chelsea's approach, from short-term reaction to long-term strategy. Under Todd Boehly's ownership, the early transfer windows were marked by aggressive spending and an attempt to brute force success. But this time, with Maresca's